Now it's time for baking with Mother. Today we are making carrot cake cupcakes with cream cheese frosting.
Hello and welcome to this week's video where we're making carrot cake cupcakes as a request that I have had. Now, have to bear with me today as I haven't made these before, so I will need to refer to my recipe. So we've got our cupcake cases already in the tin. Here we go. And obviously you've just seen all the ingredients you're going to need. So first thing we're going to do is in our large mixing bowl we're going to mix the sugar. In goes our sugar. Goes the flour, so we've got the wholemeal flour, and then we've got the normal white flour. There we go, in there. We then add flours, bicarbonate of soda in the mixed spice. There we go there, and then the orange zest. The zest of one orange. Very orangey, it's turned my bowl orange if you can see. I'm going to pop that straight into the washing up water of that bowl. Just let that colour soak off. Just going to get the last bits off with that spoon. So we stir. I'm going to mix these up. So that's what it says. Mix this all up. This is an opportunity to get any lumps out of the sugar. It is one that does lump quite easily. Stir this all round. Making sure it's nicely mixed, and if there's any lumps of that sugar, just squish them out. Using the side of the bowl and your spoon. There you go, it's fairly well mixed apart from a few more lumps, so we're going to give it a shake to bring the lumps to the top, and then we can then squish them. Don't forget, if you'd like any of the Father's Day cookie boxes, do let me know. There's going to be £5 a box donation, and in that box you'll get 2 of each 3 types of cookie. So if you'd like to have a nice homemade gift for Father's Day for your father, your grandfather, your uncle, your brother, do let me know. Just getting the last of the lumps out there. Almost done now. Quick stir around. Another shake just to bring any last lumps to the top. Just to squish them out. It's always difficult with a new recipe to know how important it is to do these steps. But if I do it now, then it's fine. But last time of just squishing any sugar lumps. good as we're going to get. So we're going to get that. So that's that. Then we need to whisk together the oil and the eggs. Now, sunflower oil is almost impossible to get hold of at the moment. So the next best is rapeseed, so which is what I'm using. So give those a whisk. Try and keep it in the jug. My work surfaces, that can go straight into the washing up. Right, so now we're going to stir this into the dry ingredients with the grated carrot. Now I have no idea whether the grated carrot should go first, so I think we'll do it that way because it's probably going to be easier to disperse the carrot through the dry ingredients. Going to mix through the carrot just roughly, and then we'll add our oil and egg mixture, and then we just have to divide it between the cupcake cases and put it in the oven. So it's not too difficult once you've got going with this one. It's more the preparation time. It's the grating of the carrots, the zesting of the orange. So here we go, that looks like that's all nicely mixed in. So now we're going to add, we're going to do this bit by bit, I think it says. And stir into, so we're just going to put about a third in. It doesn't say whether you should put it all in or not, so we'll do it bit by bit. Okay. That disappeared very quickly. We'll add some more. I wasn't sure whether to use my mixer or do it by hand, but I thought I'd do it by hand. Okay, another bit in. Now I'm thinking I should have used my mixer. That's starting to all come together. Let's get the last bit in. I'm just going to grab my spatula just to scrape that out. Just here. Here we go. Just scrape that last bit out. Of course, if anybody else would like to request a bake, please do. All money goes to charity. I don't take anything out at all. I donate all the ingredients, all my time. So there we go, that's now quite a wet mixture now. So I'll just show you what that looks like. There you go, you can see. So we're just going to scrape off the spoon. I don't think we need that now. Experience tells me though not to put it straight in the washing up, because I do that and I find I need it. So I'm just going to pop those two into there. I'm going to grab my ice cream scoop, make some room. We need to move some of these things out of the way. Just put some over there, and then we can bring the cases round. And we're going to divide this between the 12. So we're going to aim for one scoop at a time to start with, and then we'll top up if needed. We get, it's quite easy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, divide the last bit between them already. Anyone that looks like it's not got as much in as others will get a little bit more. There's another one there that looks a little bit smaller. Just keep going until you've divided all your mixture between your cases. I have no idea how much these are going to rise, so we'll just have to see. A bit in there, I think. The last bit in that one. A little bit more I can scrape out. So. Right, now these need to go in the oven for 20 to 22 minutes. So we'll start with 20 and we'll see how they are then. Okay, put that bit in. Okay. Alexa, start a 20-minute timer.
20 minutes, starting now.
We'll be back when they are. Okay, the time is just about to go off in a few seconds, so we'll get them out then and check that they're cooked. They smell nice, I have to say. And carrot cake is one thing that I don't want to eat, but here we go. Alexa, off. And there they are. Turn that off and then we can test them with our skewer just to check that it comes out clean. Some of them are slightly bigger than others, but the skewer is coming out clean on the biggest ones. So I will test them all, just double check, and yeah, so far they are all cooked through. So they now need to cool on the tray for a few minutes and then get transferred to the wire cooling rack to cool completely. And then at that point we'll start making the cream cheese frosting to go on the top. Okay, so we'll be back when they've cooled completely. Okay, so here we go. Now that our cupcakes have sat here and are nice and cooled, we're going to get on with our frosting. So we've seen the ingredients you're going to need to do this. I'm only making a half batch, so if you want more you can double everything. So we're going to start by adding our butter. Which you need to have at room temperature. I cut mine quite thin so that it would soften more quickly. So it's now all stuck to the bowl. So yeah, so we add the butter and the icing sugar, and we beat that together. Keeping your cream cheese in the fridge at this point, so it's nice and cold for when we want to add it. Get all of that icing sugar in. There we go. So we're going to set that on to mix. Stop that now, and the next thing to do is to add in our cream cheese, which we then will beat together with the butter and icing sugar that's already mixed up in here. So we add this all in one go. Get it all in. There we go. So we're going to set that to mix until it's nice and fluffy. It says, and it's all incorporated. We're going to turn it up for about 5 minutes, but we don't want to overbeat it because apparently it can go runny very quickly. So let's set this going. A minute at most, so I'm just going to scrape off the beaters because I've noticed that the icing sugar hasn't all mixed together, especially in the bowl. We're just going to give it a quick scrape round, scrape the bottom, which is where I noticed it. So once that's all been scraped in and scraped round the edges, get all of it in, I can just see it on the sides of the bowl there, so get all of that in, and then we're going to turn this back on the medium to high speed for 5 minutes. Okay, that's just about done now, so we'll turn that down. It's lovely and fluffy, and we haven't gone over and it gone runny, so you have to make sure to just catch it right, or err on the side of caution and just give it the 5 minutes and leave it there. So get rid of that if you're using a mixer into the washing up. Bring your bowl one last scrape round of the edges, just make sure to get every last bit mixed together. Now I've only made half a batch today, so I'm hoping it's enough for all 12 to pipe. If not, we'll have to just spoon them on, so we'll attempt to pipe to start with. So as always with the piping bag into a cup, means you can just put it in and it's not got anywhere to go. So a bit more in. So they've still got a bit in there, so we're just going to start with what we've got. Take it up and out. Fold over your top. Clip it on so that it can't come out the top of the bag and your piping. You can move your cup out the way now. So just take your cupcakes. I'm only going to do a couple to show you. So just take your cupcake and just pipe it round. Can you see that there? Nice cupcake swirl. And just repeat on all of them. Twisting your bag as you go. And there you go. Keep going. One like that. You don't have to do it round and round. You can literally just squeeze and hold. Right, so that's out of frosting now, so we're going to get the rest of it out of the thing. But before I do that, I'll just show you very quickly, when you've finished with your frosting, I've got some orange sugar sprinkles here. You don't have to put these on. I'm just going to take a little bit of those and just sprinkle them on, just to give it a little bit of colour on the top. And there we have it. So,
and there we have it. Thank you for watching this video, if indeed you still are. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, please drop us a like and subscribe. Check back soon for our next video, and if you have any suggestions, please pop them in the comments or email me directly on bakingwithmother@gmail.com.